You heard the announcement. E3 2006, $599, but that number came from $4 billion in losses. Between 2006 and 2013, the PlayStation 3 would become the most expensive mistake in gaming history. Not because Sony built bad hardware, because they built hardware so advanced it cost more to manufacture than people would pay to own. The Cell processor cost $230 to make a single chip. The entire PS2 cost $150 to manufacture. How did Sony bet the company on a processor nobody understood? Sony wanted 10 times more power than Xbox 360, not twice. 10. The Cell processor, 9 cores working simultaneously. One main power PC core controlling 8 SPEs, each SPE processing different tasks in parallel. Graphics, physics, audio, all at once. Cell ran at 3.2 GHz, delivering 218 gigaflops. The PS2's Emotion Engine delivered 6.2, 35 times more powerful. Here's the kicker. Powerful meant complicated. 90 nanometer process. 234 million transistors. Each had to sync within 5 nanoseconds or the chip failed. Manufacturing cost, $230 per cell, more than building an entire PS2. IBM's East Fishkill plant fabricated early cells. Sony's Nagasaki fabs scaled production. Each chip measured 235 square millimeters, every transistor 90 billionths of a meter wide. Cell generated 85 watts of heat. The cooling solution added $32 to manufacturing. Sony tested each chip through 100,000 cycles. If one SPE drifted synchronization by 5 nanoseconds, rejected. Rejection rate, 18%. Nearly 1 in 5 cells failed quality control. The Blu-ray drive cost $125 per unit. It used a 405 nanometer blue-violet laser DVD used 650 nanometer red. Shorter wavelength meant tighter focus. Single-layer discs held 25 gigabytes. Dual-layer held 55 times DVD capacity. Sony tested each drive for 50,000 read cycles. Tolerances tighter than DVD because data packed denser. If laser drifted micrometers, disc read failed assembly, 42 minutes per console, 38 manual steps. More complex than PS2 because Cell required advanced thermal management. – 2006. 2 formats fighting. Blu-ray versus HD DVD. Studios split. Consumers couldn't know which would survive. HD DVD players cost $4.99 Toshiba, and Microsoft backed it. Lower costs, simpler licensing, but Sony owned Blu-ray patents. PlayStation 3 became the Trojan horse. Sell millions of Blu-ray players disguised as consoles force market share. Make studios choose Blu-ray. February 2008. Toshiba discontinued HD DVD. Warner went Blu-ray exclusive. Sony won. But here's the wild part. Winning the format war cost them the console war. While PS3 fought for Blu-ray, Xbox 360 and Wii captured gaming. Sony sacrificed gaming dominance for video format victory. 2006 manufacturing cost breakdown. Cell processor, $230. Graphics chip, $129. Blu-ray drive, $125, RAM, $78. Cooling system, $32. Power supply, case, controller, assembly, $146. Total, $840. Retail price, $599. Loss per console, $241. Every single unit sold lost money. But volume makes loss sustainable if volume happens. It didn't first-year sales, 3.6 million units. Xbox 360 sold 7.3 million that year. Wii sold 13.8 million. PlayStation 3 came third in a 2-console race. $241 loss per unit times 3.6 million equals 868 million first year alone. Add cell development costs. Add Blu-ray technology investment. Add marketing spend for format war. By 2008, PlayStation 3 had cost Sony $4 billion in losses. The development kit, that massive black box from 2005. Inside, cell documentation, 9 cores, 8 SPEs, parallel processing. Nobody understood. Programming one processor is straightforward. 9 synchronized cores requires parallel thinking. Developers manually assign tasks to specific SPES graphics to 1 and 2, physics to 3, audio to 4. Manual memory management between cores. Launch games proved it. Multi-platform titles ran worse on PS3 despite superior hardware, lower resolution. Worse frame rates. Most powerful console, worst performance. Uncharted 2 released 3 years later showed Cell's potential. The Last of Us in 2013, 7 years, finally proved it. But 7 years is eternity. By then, Xbox 360 had won through accessibility. By 2013, PS3 sold 87 million units. It recovered. Blu-ray won. Cell proved revolutionary for first-party studios. But recovery doesn't erase $4 billion in losses. Now you understand the precision that created disaster. 90 nanometer fabrication, 234 million transistors, 18% rejection rate, $125 Blu-ray during format war, 42-minute assembly. Every spec pushed manufacturing beyond anyone else's limits. $599 wasn't arbitrary, it was math. $840 to build minus maximum tolerable loss equals $599. They lost $241 anyway. Cell delivered 218 gigaflops. Wii's processor delivered 2.9. Cell was 75 times more powerful, but Wii cost $249. PS3 cost $599. Wii sold 101 million. PS3 sold 87 million. Price beat power. Revolutionary hardware means nothing if developers can't use it and consumers can't afford it. $4 billion bought that lesson. By 2012, Sony designed PlayStation 4 differently. No exotic processors, no format wars. $381 to manufacture, $399 to sell. Architecture developers understood. Next time, PlayStation 4. How Sony went from losing $4 billion to making $20 billion by abandoning everything that made PS3 revolutionary. That story is next.